And that being said, there is no end to the US-China war on trade tariffs. Even though the US stock markets on Friday morning showed hope of overcoming the carnage, China has retaliated by raising its levies on US products to 125%, even as it calls the race a joke. What isn't a joke is the impact this is having on global trading systems. Take a look.
The gloves are off. It's almost turned into a no-limits poker duel with neither side willing to blink. Yes, the US and China are at war on the trade field. The latest salvo, Beijing announced 125% reciprocal tariffs on all US imports on Friday. As Xi Jinping broke his silence on the issue, China has labelled US tariffs a numbers game with no economic relevance that will become a joke, as it filed a lawsuit with the WTO complaining of the rules-based multilateral trading system being undermined.
China has repeatedly stated its solemn position on tariffs. There are no winners in a tariff and trade war. China is unwilling but unafraid to engage in it. I want to stress that if the United States truly wants to resolve the issue through dialogue and negotiation, it should cease extreme pressure and reckless actions. Any dialogue must be based on equality, respect, and mutual benefit. If the US is determined to fight a tariff and trade war, China will fight till the end.
Just 10 days, and what a drastic turnaround it's been between the world's biggest trading partners. US tariffs on Chinese goods that stood at 10% on the 1st of April are now at 145%. This is already in effect. China has retaliated. Tariffs on American goods coming into China will be taxed at 125% effective from Saturday. The fallouts are already visible. US retailers are suspending orders and halting shipments as the global supply chain grinds to a near halt. The US and China make up 43% of global GDP. An all-out trade war could weigh on global growth, investment and market stability. China has already restricted exports of strategic metals like germanium and gallium, vital for defense and AI applications. On the other side, the US could intensify its technology blockade, targeting Chinese access to advanced microchips. Analysts also warn of a global dumping risk. China is already running a $1 trillion goods surplus, with excess products like steel potentially flooding global markets at artificially low prices. The ripple effects of this economic confrontation are now being felt worldwide. There are clear signals also of China looking for partners to stand up against the US tariff offensive. On a visit to Spain, President Xi called for China and Europe coming together to fulfill international responsibilities and resist what he called unilateral bullying practices. This one follows a similar outreach to India. The punch and counterpunch and the battle for one-upmanship is far from over, and there's little doubting the potential this has to throw global trade regimes completely out of gear. Bureau Report, WION World is One.